What's going on? Stephen J, Real Tough Talk, Ghost. We back. We're gonna give you the second half of the games for Sunday that passed. And this game we're gonna talk about is the YGs versus Gravediggers. Now, YGs are coming in at 1-1. Gravediggers are coming in at 1-0. What would you say the difference, let's say, about Gravediggers in this division rather than the Gravediggers of the B division?
I think there's a distinct difference between the quarterbacks that they have throwing for them. The division, I believe they have Chino throwing for them.
Yes.
And in the C division, I believe they have Wayne.
Correct.
The thing about Wayne that's a little different from Chino is that Wayne is a little bit more mobile. I say a little bit because you said before that when he runs weird and he has like a weird running style or whatever, but he's able to keep the drive moving by running the ball if he has to. And that's something that he differentiates from Chino, who's not mobile at all.
Right.
Who may need a blocker to give him time to make those throws that he needs. So I think that's the distinct difference between these two quarterbacks. Not to say that one is better than the other, but their style is much different than the other.
And I'm going to disagree with you, as always. I think the big difference is the arm strength.
Mm-hmm.
Chino has a way stronger arm than Wayne. Chino can make any throw on the field. Wayne kind of lacks in arm strength.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I think Chino's more high octane, more energy, and Wayne is a little more laid back. Now, the problem with that is, it's hard for him really to rally the troops, Chino's always going to try to be a leader. I didn't say he's the best leader, but he's going to try. But it all comes down to Josh. Josh practically runs both teams. So that's the main thing. And on the other side, VIP is a very formidable quarterback. I mean, he's not – I think Asa's a little better than him in the upper division. But now that they got Dave throwing. But I think VIP can make some plays, but I think he really needs to be more consistent before he's named one of the top quarterbacks in the C division. You have a lot of good quarterbacks, and I think he needs to show a little more in order to show that he belongs in the realm of these quarterbacks.
But I believe that that's the whole point of why, he's playing right now. This season is, one of those times where he can prove people that he is a quarterback that people need to pay attention to.
True.
I'm not going to say he has the strongest arm in the world, but he's able to get the ball downfield when he needs to, and he's able to chop up the ball when the field when he needs to as well. So that, including him being able to take off when he has to, that's a complete package that you want in a quarterback.
True.
And as his games move along, as he gets more experience at the helm, you get to see more of his talent there.
All right, we're gonna jump right into the game with YG's getting the ball first. VIP is going to throw to Watch Me in the gap for a decent game. 3rd and goal. VIP finds McDonald the back of the end zone for the touchdown. 6-0. He gets his first possession. He scores in his first possession. 6-0.
This is him not hesitating, attacking the defense, finding the gaps, and getting right into the end zone. This man means business. He's not slowing down for nobody, and he strikes first, and he strikes fast right there.
After getting the first down, Wayne with 2 passes to Lalo on the sideline for a nice gain, getting him to the 10-yard line. Lalo's a big target, and they like to go to him regardless if it's Wayne in the C division or if it's Chino in the B division. They get him passes, and this guy showed to be a weapon. 4th down, Wayne on 5-run scrambles and throws to Lalo. The pass is blocked by Damu, incomplete, turnover on downs. Big stop there by YGs.
And this is their defense rallying up in the goal line. You see Damu able to cut off that pass, waiting for it, and he's able to make a good defensive play, preventing Gravediggers from finishing the drive with a touchdown.
After getting the first down, VIP throws to Zuri, cutting in the middle for a nice gain, getting them to the 10-yard line. 3rd down, VIP throws to Troy in the middle to get them to the 3-yard line. Once again, he's in the red zone. 4th down, VIP throws to Zayd in the front of the end zone. Drop, picked off by Muhammad, who pitches it to Shuggy, who runs on the sideline to the 40-yard line, 4 and out. Big interception, but that is a big drop by Zayd. Who was that? Was the pass a little too low? He got to hold on to this.
I think that this is a little of both. I think that pass was not completely on target, but we already say it all the time. It doesn't matter. If it touches your hands, you must come down with it. You must catch it, and Zayd misses that one. I believe that there was contact on that pass as well, but that doesn't matter. He has to hold on to it. He doesn't, at least at the interception.
Well, Gravediggers can't capitalize with the ball, and they end up turning it over, giving it back to YG's. VIP is going to throw that happy cutting in the middle for a decent gain, picking up the first down. Then VIP throws deep to Zuri, who cuts past Shuggy in the end zone for the touchdown. Killer's going to intercept the extra point. If you look here, Shuggy reacts too late to guard Zuri, and he makes him pay for it.
The thing about plays like this is Shuggy's only one defender, so he's not going to be able to see certain routes that the receiver's running behind him. So these guys got to communicate. When they see someone cutting in front of them or anything like that, they got to call each other out and let these guys know where these receivers are, because Shuggy was left isolated with Zuri cutting behind him. He can't react in time, and that is a touchdown.
Last play before half, Wayne throws it up in the end zone, caught in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. 12-6 going into halftime. Zosha, hopefully I'm saying it, Sosha.
Yeah.
Sosha with the catch. Wayne tosses up and takes a chance and capitalizes on their mistake.
It was a lucky play. Let's be honest. It was a toss-up play. Their guy was in the right place at the right time, and he's able to come down with it. I believe that this play right here kind of saved this Gravediggers team, because they were struggling on offense. They could not score. They could not reach into the end zone. So them at least scoring somewhat, even if of a lucky play, it helps them leading into the half. Now they have an opportunity to recover and stay in the game. But they got to get strong on offense. They got to drive down the field and complete these drives. That's something they did not do in the first half. They got to complete these drives in the second.
Well, YG's, I mean, we scored on the first drive. We got stopped on the second drive, and then we scored on the third drive. Offensively, we're making them the chains move. We're moving the ball. That was a big interception we threw, you know. But other than that, we showed that this Gravediggers defense can't stop us. So we're not concerned about that. The concern would be that we stopped them twice, and then Wayne was able to throw the ball up and get a touchdown. Now, that is a lucky shot. We all know that. But the momentum that you have going into the half can really spill over in the second half. We lost all our momentum by allowing Wayne to throw that ball up and Sosha to catch it. That hurts. And they get the ball in the second half. That hurts. We needed to make a stop. We could have possibly put the game away, and we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. The key is to come out on this drive and make a stop for we can kind of void out the mistake that we made. We're going to jump right into the second half with Gravediggers getting it 4 and out. Second down, Wayne throws a Lalo in the gap for a decent gain, getting him to the 5-yard line. 4th and goal, Wayne finds Dylan in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, the defense is guarding the back, and they leave the front wide open, which is the easier pass. Hemsky gets the extra point. 12-13, Gravediggers take the lead.
You guard the front, not the back. Not to say that you don't guard the back, but you force them to throw it over your head. They don't do that. They follow the receivers to the back of the end zone, leave one receiver able to cut to the front. Easy touchdown right there.
Remember, right now the score is 13-12 Gravediggers. VIP gets the ball. VIP throws to Fred on the sideline, who runs for a big gain, picking up the first down. If you look here, Fred is open on the sideline, and VIP finds a big gain by Fred there. 2nd and goal, VIP finds Fred in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, Shiggy got caught backing up, giving Fred space, and VIP finds him. They take the lead right back, 18-13 by G.
And this is similar to them guarding the back of the end zone and leaving the front wide open. As soon as Shuggy backs up, you're leaving a gap open for Fred to fill in, and he's able to get the touchdown there. This is them. First of all, Fred killed them on his drive. Most of the yards that was gained was from Fred. So he's a tight end that y'all guys are struggling to stop. He's not the fastest guy out there.
Not at all.
So these guys got to find ways to guard these guys, because they're not doing a good job right now.
Wayne gets the ball. He's going to throw the Sugar in the sideline, but caught out of bounds, incomplete. 3rd down, Wayne throws deep to Dinner in the end zone. Overthrown, picked off by Breezy. Nobody went short, and Wayne made a mistake with this throw. Bad throw by Wayne. Throws his first pick in the game.
Now, remind me what down it was.
3rd down.
So he could have tried his best to run, but he's not going to get that far because they're so far away from the end zone. He has to make a big play. These guys got to know to fill in the gaps and not go into the end zone. If you look, I believe that there's 3 receivers out of the 6 that he has in the end zone. Who else is he throwing it to? The rest are covered. Why do the fact that they're going into the end zone and not helping Wayne out is one of the reasons why he ended up throwing that interception.
I don't like that. I don't care. You run the ball and you go Hail Mary on 4th down. That's what you just did.
But that was 3rd down.
Exactly. So you still having an opportunity he throws a bad pick where he threw a pass deep and it's
But
way
that's why
overthrown.
I wouldn't put it all on Wayne. Yes, that was clearly a mistake, but I'm not gonna put it all on Wayne. This is a whole offensive thing that they had that they slipped up on.
VIP gets the ball, second down, he's gonna be sacked by Spank. Third down, VIP with blocking from Happy. Throws deep to Troy. Troy with a nice catch with Sugar caught him for a big game, picking up the first down. Great catch by Troy. Sugar wanted to push off. What do you think of the play?
I don't see a push off. If you look, both of these guys are feeling for each other. They're not pushing. If you look at Troy's contact with Shuggy, it's not enough to warrant a push off. He's not pushing any force into it or whatever. He was already past Shuggy.
I don't think that's Shuggy's fault.
No, but honestly, you're right. And I'm glad that you pointed that out.
Break it down for us.
So if you look at this play, Shuggy is guarding someone else in the gap. So that's not his man. But if you look here, I believe, don't quote me, but I know y'all see it on the video. I believe this is Killer getting beat on the sideline by Troy. So because he's getting beat on the sideline, Shuggy has to go to help. But because by the time he gets there, it's already too late. The ball is in the air. So Shuggy gets the poster on him. It's not his fault though, but this defender has to stay with him. He got beat, and that's why Troy was able to get this big play here.
I would say if Troy was 6 foot, this guy be next level.
Yes.
His height kills him because I've seen him make plays like this offensively, seen him make plays like this defensively. It's just not consistent because of his height. But every once in a while, he gives you a little spark, and that's a great play by him there. Okay, second down, VIP throws in the back of the end zone, but it's picked off by Killer, but Killer's out of bounds, incomplete. Third down, VIP finds Dury in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. 24-13, YGs, and that was a huge play previously because if he could have kept that interception, they wouldn't have an opportunity. And we always say, when you don't capitalize, you pay. And that's exactly what happened. VIP scores on the next possession.
But even though the other players we kind of, criticize or whatever because they missed the opportunity, this one, Killer makes the play. He does. It's just he couldn't keep his feet in bounds.
And that means he didn't make the play.
Listen, but it's not his fault.
That
he did the right thing.
He did not make the play.
Oh my gosh. Are you gonna listen? Is it his fault that he didn't make it? That he couldn't stay in bounds? Is it his fault? He tried to make the play. The fact that it didn't work out for them just shows that regardless of what, even if it's your fault or not, when you give up opportunities like this, they capitalize in the end.
24-13. Happy with a terrible throw up. Give Gravediggers the ball at the 20-yard line. Second down, Wayne throws the cocky on the sideline for a decent game. 40 seconds left. Third down, Wayne throws to Muhammad, cutting in the end zone, almost picked off by McDonald. Fourth down, Wayne rolls right, throws to Muhammad in the back of the end zone, incomplete, ending the game 24-13. YGs.
And I'm going to say this right off the bat. Wayne did not have a good game for the Gravediggers today. I'm in this game.
I agree.
He played terrible. He struggled. Were not able to get into the end zone. He had one interception, a few turnovers, couldn't reach the end zone. He got lucky on one play, and he was able to score another play in the second half.
Correct.
But that was it. Because he wasn't able to finish these drives, that's one of the reasons why they lost. The thing about it is, certain times your defense is supposed to hold, but then there's certain times where you just got to shoot out with them. And this team wasn't able to do that. The thing about it is, I know that this Gravediggers team can put up more points than this. But the fact that they didn't hurts them. And then after that, it spills out into their defense, and they start making mistakes. They got to communicate on defense. How many times have we saw them not communicate, and receivers in the end zone cut behind them? One guy gets isolated. You saw that play with Shuggy he got isolated in the end zone. Nobody's communicating. Because of that, these receivers get gaps into the end zone.
Right.
That play with Fred, inexcusable. That play shouldn't have happened. You got to know to guard the front of the end zone, not give away that much space. They don't do that, and because of that, Fred was able to get that easy touchdown. So these mistakes that they made in this game is something that they shouldn't make, because games are only going to get harder as the season moves along. So when you're making mistakes like this, it's going to hurt you even more. So they got to fix these mistakes. They can't afford to make them in their next game. Unfortunately for them, they come away with a loss.
Well, I mean, listen. YG's are 2-1. They beat the Chiefs the first game of the season 6-0. Then they lost to Brotherhood 25-12. And this game they won. They beat the Gravediggers 24-13. They had the ball 5 times and scored 4 to 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. That's what you do. And their defense, after making 2 stops and giving up 2 touchdowns in a row, they readjusted and made an interception and made another stop. So they looked better in the second half, you would say. I mean, they gave 1 touchdown each half, but at the end of the day, Gravediggers went 1 for 3 in the first half and 1 for 3 in the second half. Basically 2 for 6. I'll take those numbers if I'm YGs. They look good offensively. They look good defensively. The key to this team is to, at times they lower their stuff to their competition. As you can see, their first game, they beat the Chiefs 6-0. They should have scored more points than that. Why? Because right now the Chiefs can't find a game to win. On the other side, they lost to Brotherhood, who's a better team. Then they beat Gravediggers, who right now, you look at their record and they're 1-1. They have to show the ability to beat top teams. It's not all about beating the lower mid teams. They got to be able to beat the top teams. So right now, this is the first step. They beat the team. Gravediggers is 1-0. So they beat them here. So if they could keep this pace going, they could be a very formidable and scary team come playoff time. But we're going to have to see if they can stay consistent. All right, we're going to wrap this game up. YG's beating Gravediggers 24-13. We're going to be right back. Real Tough Talk. All right, y'all. Next game we're going to go over, Heavy Hitters versus the Unit. Heavy Hitters are coming in 1-1. The Unit is coming in 0-2. Now, the issue with that is, everybody know the Unit was in the C2 division, and they were forced to move up, and a lot of people think that this team was kind of not ready. I think they got some talent. If we look at their record right now, like I said, they're 1-1. But, I'm sorry, they're 0-2. But the first game, they got smacked 25-6 to Brotherhood, playing against guys who used to play with them. Then they lost to the Gravediggers 20-13. This is a game they have to win, because right now, to go 0-3 kind of puts you deep in the hole.
The thing about this Heavy Hitters team, I'm going to first talk about Noel. He's a quarterback that favors running more than throwing half the time.
Right.
He's a person that can drive down the field with his feet whenever he, has the opportunity to take off. And then afterwards, when he catches the defense to step up to respect his run, then he's able to throw over the top.
Not over the top. This guy has no arm
No,
strength.
you're not getting what I'm saying.
None.
I'm not saying that he's going to throw it down.
arm strength.
I'm not saying he's going to throw it downfield. But because they step up so much, there's gaps that gets opened up, and he's able to throw passes, chop up the field or whatever. Now, again, I don't want you to think that I'm saying that he's going to throw you apart. I didn't say that.
Okay.
But he's a chop down the field type guy, and he's able to run. I don't see why the defenses don't force him to throw downfield, but hey, we're not on the field right now. But the thing about Heavy Hitters other than him is they have a lot of talented guys that can go out and get the ball, and I think that that's what helps Noel able to put up points. As long as he has guys that go and get the ball and he's able to, not make too many mistakes, their offense have a good job of, competing and winning their games.
All right, we're going to jump right into the game. After getting the first down, Noel runs on 5 rush, but is tagged by Alex for the short gain at the 20. Third down, Noel throws a ream in the back of the end zone court, but steps out of bounds before the catch incomplete.
Now, that was a confusing play when I looked at it. I need you to explain, because you're the ref, so I don't know. You explain what the call was on that play.
What happened was Ream stepped out and came back in and was the first to touch the ball.
Okay.
The hat was already out. If you do that, it's a loss of down and 5 yards. So that's what happened. That's what the call was for. 5 yards, loss of down. And that's what happened on that play.
Okay.
4th and goal, Noel on 5 rush throws it up, incomplete, turnover on downs, giving it to the Unit. And my thing was, I think the biggest play was that first play when Noel attempted to run and Alex made the tag for the short gain. If you can neutralize Noel's running attack then you could beat this team, and you saw it right there.
But I disagree. I think that touchdown pass that they missed because Reem stepped out of bounds was the play that ended their drive, because that was a touchdown. Because Reem is not knowing where he's stepping in the end zone. If he doesn't step out before getting the ball, that's a touchdown. So regardless of anything else that you're talking about, that play is what killed their drive, because this should be 6 points.
After getting the first down, Ralph throws a Chino in the middle for a decent gain. Second down, Ralph would block it from Gio, scrambles and throws it to A Money in the back of the end zone. Short, picked up by Artie, giving it right back to heavy hitters. And my issue is this. If you look at the two receivers staying short, they're too slow to get open. I'm sorry, I love that we all had to play football, but they need to get on the treadmill, get on a bike, do something to get their speed up, because you have a quarterback that's not a home run here. And he has a sidearm delivery, which means he's not a big downfield guy. So if you can't get a little separation, he's going to make mistakes like this, and that's exactly what happened.
And the sad part about this is, no offense to heavy hitters, but they have some of their slowest guys guarding these guys. So if you can't get past them, then there's a problem.
I agree.
So the thing about it is, because they're guarded and there's nobody open short, it forces the quarterback to make a play happen, and that led to the interception there.
Third down, after a short pass, Noel throws deep to Jay open on the sideline, big gain for the first down. And Noel, once in a while, could pull that povo and get it down there. And that's a great play by him throwing it. I like Jay, not just because me and him got the same name, because he can make some plays. Great play by him there.
But I believe he spells it different.
Yeah.
He spells it J-A-E. You spell it J-A-Y.
I guess the E is silent. I've never seen nobody in life spell it like that. But hey, it's his name.
Yes. So I'm not gonna argue with it. That's your job to argue. Those are your names.
Yeah, I give him props with the catch, so I won't argue the name. Third down, at the 5-yard line. Noel tries to run it in, but it's tagged at the 1-yard line. Fourth down, Noel throws to Artie, cutting in the front of the end zone, knocked away by Alex, turnover on downs. Like I said, if you shut down Noel's rushing attack, you can shut down this team. And what happens? He tries to run it, and it's tagged at the 1. Forced to throw it on fourth down, then make a stop. Turnover.
And what a great defensive effort by Alex, diving and knocking that ball out. If he doesn't do that, that's a touchdown.
Correct.
Because Artie got space to get into, in the middle of the end zone, and Noel saw him. Alex is able to react, knock the ball out the way, causing a turnover. Great defense.
Second down, Ralph throws it in the gap for a decent gain. After getting the first down, Ralph would block it from Gio, throws it again in the gap for another decent gain. Third down, Ralph on fire rush, throws in Matt, cutting in the end zone, passes blocked by Reem, given incomplete. Fourth down, Ralph would block it from Gio, throws a Chino in the back of the end zone, knocked away by Flash, turnover on downs, giving it back to heavy hitters. Flash can make some plays. Sometimes he can be a little off with his energy, but the guy can make some plays. He's kind of athletic and make a great play here, a big stop. Well, heavy hitters get the ball, they're not able to do anything. So they get stopped, ended up having the point, 40 seconds left on the clock, giving it back to the unit. Second down, Ralph with blocker from Gio, throws to Corey, open on the sideline, who runs it in for the touchdown. 6-0. If you look here, Artie tries to cheat, but gets beat. When you cheat, you get beat, and that's 6 points.
It's Artie doing too much. The thing about it is, if you watch, he's looking at Noel though. I mean, he's looking at Ralph the whole time, waiting for him to throw the ball. But the funny thing is, when he does throw the ball, you're not prepared for it.
Not at all.
So I don't see what he's doing. If you look at Corey right here, he is wide open. All Artie has to do is just get closer to him, but he's so worried about cheating and worried about the quarterback that he gets the ball thrown right over his head, and it's in Corey's hands for the score.
Last play before half, Noel throws it up incomplete, taking us into the half. 6-0 unit.
Besides that downfield pass, I haven't seen much offense on either side. Both sides are struggling. Not to take away from the defense, but both sides are struggling. When it comes to the heavy hitters, it seems like because they're shutting down Noel's run, he's struggling. And you like to say it all the time. You shut down his run, they're going to struggle. And It looks like exactly that. Because right now they're losing because they don't have no traction on offense. Eventually your defense may, bend a little bit, and they may give us a score. That's exactly what happened. But you gotta put up points. They gotta find ways to get open in the gaps and make Noel's job easier. He's not gonna beat you downfield, so you gotta find openings in the gaps to get help Noel get you the ball. If they don't do that in the second half, they're gonna be in a lot of trouble as this unit team starts to get their momentum in a second.
This unit team does not act like they're very talented. Now, we've seen them able to control and put a stranglehold on the C2. Different cups of noodles when you're in the C.
Cup of noodles.
You like that, right? But we've seen them throw a pick, we've seen them get stopped, and we've seen them throw a touchdown. Now, they stop heavy hitters 4 times in a row. Great defense, but heavy hitters, Noel is bad. I like him, think he's a good guy, he's bad. He plays like a backup quarterback. He's a quarterback that has not changed his style. He's going to run around. He's going to make 1 or 2 throws. That's it. Until he learns to either run all the time, come up with more strategic runs, this team is going to be predictable. Now, on the unit side, like I said, the unit is up 6-0, but you're facing a quarterback that can't throw deep. I'm going to press him. I'm going to step up, play a box formation, and make him beat me over the top because I'm not worrying about his arm. Now, even though he made a good throw to Jay, Jay has a good name, but that doesn't mean he's going to dominate like this Jay on the show.
Okay, here
you know, because, again, it's all about your quarterback getting you the ball. And if this is the same team that, if I'm looking at my notes, this is the same team that got shut out earlier in the season to primetime. So at times, this guy cannot score. And we've seen him struggling right now. So if I'm the unit, I'm feeling good about myself. I know I need at least another score to possibly put this game away. After getting the first down, Ralph on 5 rushes sacked by Johnny. If you look here, heavy hitters send 2 to rush the quarterback. That is a big stop. I like the way they put pressure on him. They know Ralph is not running.
Yeah.
Big pressure right there. 3rd down, Ralph throws a Chino in the gap for a nice gain. 4th down, Ralph with blocking from Alex is still sacked by Reem. Alex is flagged for holding, decline, turnover on downs. That is a great play by Reem with that sack.
And that was all defense that whole drive.
Yeah.
They did not make Ralph's job easy at all. With that first play that they got the sack, sending 2 guys, they get 1 sack. They struggled in the next 2 plays. They didn't move the ball enough. And then on that 4th down play, you see Reem battle right through the blocks by Alex. Alex even tried to hold him, and it still wasn't enough. And he was still able to get the sack. That is all defense right there, and that's what they need to have throughout the rest of the game if they want to come away with a win in this game.
Noel's going to get the ball with 3 passes to Ray in the gap for a decent game, picking up the 1st down. 3rd down, Noel on 5 rush, runs in the gap for a decent gain, getting him to the 25-yard line. Let me tell you something. If you don't shut this guy running down, that's what gives him the confidence on his passes. His run sets up his pass. That's a nice game there. Last down, Noel on 5 rush, throws to Mo, cut in the end zone, but a touchdown. Mo with a catch, cuts on the sideline before the defense can react. 6-6, they tie the game up.
And finally, you see somebody step up and make a play for Noel. Now, I'm going to look. If you look at this play, this was not a pretty good throw by Noel, if you look, because he puts it right where Mo was able to go and get it. Nobody else really had a chance. That was an accurate throw. Mo goes up and gets it, and that is a good play overall for this heavy-hitter offense.
After getting the 1st down, Ralph throws to JD in the gap for a decent game. 2nd down, he throws to JD again in the gap. JD makes a nice catch, getting him to the 5-yard line. Good catch by him. He's starting to find JD as another receiver in the gaps, and he's moving the ball. 4th and goal, Ralph finds A-Money in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, Trinidad calls for help in the back, but Artie reacts too late. 12-6, unit score right back.
All of a sudden, you see Artie make yet another mistake in this game. And the thing about it is, Trinidad is aware, and this is what I've been talking about when defenders have to communicate. You see the guy cutting in front of you, you go to the back, you call him out, you point him out. That's exactly what Trinidad does. Artie is too busy cheating and floating, and because of that, by the time the ball is thrown, he can't react, and that is another touchdown pass right there.
Heavy hitters get the ball. Flash with a nice return, getting him to the 30-yard line. That is a big return by Flash. Noel with 2 short passes getting him to the 20-yard line. 4th and goal. Noel on 5 rush. Throws to Mo, cutting in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, Mo comes from the right side. Nobody picks him up. He ties the game 12-12.
The funny thing about this play is, look at the first play. Then look at the second play. They look almost identical.
Correct.
Because he's doing the same exact route and they're not picking him up. What I talked about with Trinidad calling the receivers out, these guys are not doing that on this unit team.
Yep.
And because of that, Mo is cutting right through and jumping over them. They're not carding him, they're not picking him up, and that is why Noel is going to keep going to him.
Noel then finds Mo again in the back of the end zone for the extra point to take the lead 13-12.
You leave a window open for this team to take a lead because you did not get any of your extra points.
Yep.
Now they got theirs. Now they have the lead. Now you're playing catch up.
30 seconds left. Ralph throws in the gap for a decent gain. Second down, Ralph again throws to JD on the sideline for a few more yards. 10 seconds left. Ralph throws to Corey in the middle. High and picked up by Artie. Ending the game. Heavy hitters with the win. 13-12.
And Artie, after having 2 touchdowns on him in this game, he's able to get the interception to close out the game. So I'm glad that he recovered. I'm glad that this defense held. They made some great defensive plays in the second half to hold their lead, and then Mo went off in the second half.
Yep.
This is all Mo right here. First touchdown pass, Mo. Second touchdown pass, Mo. Extra point, Mo. This was his game right here. It seems like a switch turned on. Sometimes when your number is called, you have to step up and make those plays, and Mo made those plays for Noel, and that is one of the main reasons why they come up with the win. Good play by them in the second half to seal a deal for themselves.
Hold on. We're gonna go right now to interviewing Mo as we talk to him about what happened in that game. What's going on? Stephen J, Real Tough Talk. Here with some of the guys from the heavy hitters. They beat the unit 13-12. First of all, let me switch to you, Artie. I'm saying it right? 2 picks. What was it about this game you was able to track the ball?
I believed in my defense. We sat down, we talked it up. We had schemes. We all talked to each other. And I had faith in my defense.
What it felt like getting the interception, knowing that was a game ender with your pick?
Oh, I feel like I owe that to my defense because I let a touchdown go the other one before that, so I owe that to my defense. They put me in the right position to get that one right there.
Mr. Mo.
Money Mo.
13 points by yourself. That's amazing. Tell me what it seems like what it's like to have those big plays in the end zones, touchdowns, and knowing that your teammates are just with you, motivating you to keep going.
For a fact, we needed that, and them riding with me is everything, you know what I'm saying? So they pushed me to do that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even know I could do some shit like that, but
You're a quiet guy, don't really talk, really humble, but you gotta give yourself a pat on the back. Those 3 big catches for them 3 big scores, come on.
We needed it. So, I'm a person, like, when my numbers is called, I'm out there, I call myself the 6th man because when I come off the bench, you're going to see something good.
You seen Noel start off a little slow.
Yes.
He ain't scoring the first half. But yes, you seem like you was in the game just waiting for your number to be called. How you knew he would find you late in the game?
Cause from last week. He told me last week, he said, yo, I'm going to put you in, and I'm going to try to mix you in. So once that second half came, he called my number, and it was it. That was that. So.
All right, the man is humble, but if you see, he's hyped. He feel good. He got another game right now, but let him enjoy this quick moment before he get in this game, man. Great game today, man. Can't stop heavy hitters 4 times in the first half and then let them score in the next 2 possessions in the second half. It makes no sense. We can't play into stop, touchdown, into. What are we doing? And that's just why we're 0-3. First of all, our defense cannot put this team away. They let us down. And our offense cannot bail the defense out.
Nope.
Because we threw an interception on our last drive when we tried to take the win. And because we're so bad, we're 0-3, and we're in last place in the C division. So when teams say we don't belong, what did Bill Parcells say? You are what your record says you are?
Yeah.
Well, they're an 0-3 team, playing like an 0-3 team. You let this team, like I said, score twice in the second half after you stopped them 4 times in the first.
They're pretty much playing like they're not ready for this division. They have no
Absolutely.
game plan to respond to a lot of these teams out here. and it comes out as they weren't prepared. Like the C2, they were able to run through it. They was able to win a few champions. I believe they won 1 or 2. And then they come to the C, immediately have problems. This season now, they're 0-3. I don't know how long they've been playing in the C, but they're playing right now as if they don't belong here. And that is a problem. Yeah. Because I'm sure that they don't believe that. But they got to show it. Their record does not show it.
I can say it. They don't belong here.
So
they look like they don't belong here.
And
so
I'm
not to cut you off, but I'm going to say what I see. And it seems like this C team belongs in the C2. And
because of that, that's why I say, and I'm sure that there's other people that probably agree with you.
There's a lot of teams in this division that agree with me.
So they need to prove them wrong. Because if not, then you're wasting your time. You know, what are you here for if you can't prove everybody wrong and show that you belong here? They have a few games to catch up. Now, if they lose the next game, the odds are stacked heavily against them if they don't do that. So this is panic time for them. They have to step up and find a way to battle it out with a lot of these other teams and show that they belong here. If not, they're going to be run through for the rest of the season, and it's going to look as even uglier than it already is right now.
All right, we're going to wrap this game up. Heavy hitters with the win. And the heavy hitters go to 1-1. And with this win, they beat the unit 13-12. We're going to be right back. Tough Talk.
Let's go.
Last game we're going to talk about is the Heavy Hitters versus Brotherhood. Now, Brotherhood is coming in pretty much owning this division at 2-0. And Heavy Hitters, we just seen them coming from a win over the unit 13-12. What do you think it is for this team, the Heavy Hitters, to come in after beating one of the worst teams in the league to now playing one of the best teams, if not the best team in the division?
Excuse me. You know, not to, stop our game or whatever, but you know how you like to do your plugs or whatever, not to say it's anything with this game or whatever.
Right.
You like to do your plugs and your advertisements or whatever.
Right.
But I was given some Airheads gum, and right now I'm so distracted by chewing this gum. It's really good. So y'all guys go out and get some Airheads gum. It's really good. Now, Airheads, if you're listening, I don't mind getting a sponsor because we need the money.
If y'all guys go out and get Airhead gum because Ghost told you you're Airheads yourself, I'm just want to throw that out there.
Oh, but it's fine for them to get members.
Hey, no, members mark.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not doing good right now with members mark. We're going to some legal battles. Me and that water brand is going through financial situation.
And put this gum away.
We're going through a financial situation, so let's not really talk about them. Legally, I'm not allowed to talk about them.
I'll take my gum out while you talk your BS.
So just tell me about what do you think about, like I said, a team coming from playing one of the worst teams in the division to now playing the best, if not one of the best teams in that same division, the very next game.
This is probably one of the things you do not ask for in a week. And the sad part is, they were just battling out in that last game. They barely won by 1 point.
Over
battling a team that's probably one of the worst in the division.
Right now, yeah.
To face one of the best teams in the division. A team that has one of the best defenses in the division. And they have some scary names on this defense. They have Mills. They have Machine. They have Zeke. They have, Fish. They have Moolah. I can keep going. They have so many talented guys on this team to come away with a win by 1, struggling to face this team. It's no words right now. I don't know how they're going to be able to survive. Hopefully they have the energy to battle it out with this team, but it's a tall order when you're facing a team like Brotherhood.
Well, we're going to jump right into the game and see how it goes. After getting the first down, Noel throws him on and got picked off by Fish. giving it right to the Brotherhood offense. Fish jumps the route for the interception, giving it back to him. And after getting the first down, Noel throws the interception.
And right here, if you look at this play, he sees the receiver on the sideline. He gets baited by Fish. Understand that Fish is fast enough to go from here to here in less than a few seconds. In like 1 or 2 seconds, he's already there. Noah doesn't see that. He throws the ball. Fish picks it off. This is not something you want to do to a team like Brotherhood. You probably would have gotten away with that with the unit. You're not getting away with it with this team, and Fish shows you that here.
Melvin throws a leak in the middle, getting him to the 10-yard line. 4th and goal. Melvin throws a leak, cutting it in the end zone, high, drop, turnover on downs. Was this a drop on the receiver or too high on the quarterback? And don't give me both. Give me one. If you had your gun to your head, last play, whose fault was this?
I don't need no gun to my head to say that this was Leak's fault. It was high, but it was enough for Leak to grab the ball and come down with it. He had the full opportunity to catch the ball. He doesn't. That leads to a turnover. He got to make that play the next time that ball is thrown to him.
Well, had he to get the ball back, they're not able to do anything, so they end up punting, giving it back to Brotherhood. Melvin on 5 rush is sacked by Reem. We've seen Reem make plays, and this guy is a formidable ball giver, making plays on that ball giving position. Second down, Melvin throws to Rudy, cutting in the gap, getting him to the 10-yard line. Third down, Melvin finds TJ, cutting in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, already watching the quarterback when he should be watching the receiver, and leaves him open. Bling gets the extra point, 7-0, Brotherhood.
He is getting caught watching the quarterback, and that's something that already had an issue with in the last game.
Yes, sir.
And it's spilling over to this game. And Melvin is a quarterback you do not want to make a mistake on, because he's going to see it and he's going to make you pay for it, and that's exactly what happened here.
Rudy on the kickoff, Rudy gets hurt during the kickoff and leaves the game. You see him down. It was hard for us to see the actual cut, but we see him screaming in pain. He's hurt. He said he heard a pop, and unfortunately, he's gonna leave the game and not return. And he sent us a picture of him in the hospital. We get that picture up to y'all. And he didn't really give details of the injury, but the way he sounded, it seems like he's gonna be done, at least this season and for a little while.
Yeah. And that's unfortunate because, when injury like that happens, nobody wants to see that. Those are some of the worst injuries that you could suffer from, because this impacts not only that game, you're out the season. Some people don't ever recover and come back the same. Right. A lot of rehabilitation involved, all of that. So you never want to see somebody get injured like that, and to see Rudy go down while trying his best to make a play, it just, it hurts you inside to see any player go down like that.
We're going to jump back into the game, man. We hope he recovers fast, man. First down, Noel throws it in the middle, picked off by Machine, giving it right back to Brotherhood. Noel gets baited again. And let me go over the play. What you tell me this play real quick, and I'm going to show you what I realized what Brotherhood was doing. Go ahead.
Noel, sees this receiver cutting in the middle. Look at Machine here. Right here, he sees that the ball is about to be thrown. So he sees what Noel's about to do before Noel even throws the ball. That shows that Noel is not properly reading the defense. He throws the ball. By the time he does, Machine goes up and snatches that ball. Right. This is the second time this happened to him in the same half. So there must be an issue with Noel, because he's not seeing.
I know what's wrong.
I'm in the screenshot.
And I'm going to show you what Brotherhood is doing, what they did. Look at this. Look. Remember, you're going to just show this. Yeah. Now, what does that say?
Noel passing. So you're saying the mistake that they made is letting Noel throw the ball.
No. And that's a good one. They're basically reading the book of Noel. So they got everything.
I get it. I get it.
Book, and they found the blueprints, and they're doing this. Because for Fish and Machine to jump the same type of route with Noel, they must have a book on.
So you're saying that they have a book, they probably went to the library and found.
I was ready to come on the field and jump a route. I was reading them reffing. So, it was few times I was about to jump and take it back and do my little Dion dance, because he's baitable. You could bait this man. You could make him think it's open. He lacks arm strength. And instead of taking what the defense gives you, because he lacks and looks for big plays, he throws it to the other team.
Now, I'm just going to differentiate these guys from you because you said that you wanted to do it. You know that you can't do it. The difference is you may see it, but these guys are able to react to it.
Yeah.
You have no reaction time anymore. Tell me you do. Tell me you can go off on the field right now and snatch an interception like that.
Second down, Melvin's going to find TJ cutting in the end zone for the touchdown. If you look here, Melvin attacks Artie at safety, 14-0 as X gets the extra point. And you saw what they did with, they just did with Noel, reading the book on it.
Yes, yes.
Artie's basically playing safety like this. I guess because he must have watched the Bird Box movie and figured I can't look because the man does not know where he's out on the field. And what are they doing? They're attacking him.
Yeah.
Just like they was doing the first game. Whatever defensive contract this team get, I hope they got a receipt because I will return him to the store if I was there. 14-0 Brotherhood. Second down, Noel throws are already on the sideline for a decent game, pick up the first down. Last play of the fourth half, Noel throws it up incomplete, taking us into the half, 14-0 Brotherhood.
And I got to speak about this Brotherhood team because they showed that they are not the same team as the unit.
Absolutely.
They made sure that they showed them, this heavy hitters team, that they are not the same team. They were on the sideline watching that last game. So you know that they were paying attention. You know that they were not having they were not having the same thing happen to them. They watched Noel's whole game and they read him like a book, like you said, with the Noel passing or whatever. They had the book on him and they are picking every pass he throws off. I'm shocked if not every play they're picking him off, but it seems like every other drive they're picking him off right now. And that's why they're playing dominant in this game. But then I also got to lean back onto the offense. Melvin is bullying this man, Artie. It seems like every touchdown scored is where Artie is at. So Artie must either switch out of that position or he has to communicate with other guys on the field.
Or retire.
I'm not going as harsh as that. But yes, it is a problem and they need to recover and recover fast. But right now, if I'm Brotherhood, I'm gonna pour more of this on. I'm gonna keep pressing that pedal to the metal because they are not stopping us in this game right now.
We're gonna jump into the second half. Brotherhood gets the ball going forward now. Melvin throws the X cutting in the middle for a nice game. If you look here, Jai linebacker is guarding nobody. Maybe that's the new receiver that they got because he's guarding them. Nobody. That's the one we need to look out for. Second down, Melvin on 5 rush, runs in the gap. X with a nice block. Flash misses the tag. Melvin runs it in for the touchdown. 20-0. They score on second down.
The heavy hitters' morale.
And they're ready to go home.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I was going to say that their morale is gone. They have no energy. But it looks like they're ready to go home. They're tired. They fought in that first game. They have no energy to play a better team in the second game. That's what it looked like overall. They're coming out flat. And this Brotherhood team is running through them. At this point, literally, with that last play. They are literally running through them into the end zone.
On a kick return, Brotherhood goes onside. The ball is bobbled and almost recovered by X, but Mo gets the ball. X almost gets the ball, but
And
Mo's going to recover.
the funny thing is, if X would have grabbed that ball,
And
fell on it, this was game over.
But what they try to do all the time.
He
pick
tried
it
to
up,
run. That's the thing. He ran before he had the ball, and that gives the heavy hitters another shot.
Second down, Noel throws the flash open on the sideline. Nice game, picking up the first down. Noel starting to try to move the ball, at least try to get them in the game. It's 20-0. Noel on 5 rush, throws a Leo in the gap, getting into the 5-yard line. Second and goal, Noel throws a Leo cutting in the back of the end zone, picked off by TP. Machine with the block on Noel as TP gets tagged at the 15. Noel gets baited again. This time by TP. Wait, before you jump in, this is how it went. Now you read it. Yeah.
Noel.
Now you pass it back. Now this is what Brotherhood is doing.
They're sharing a book between each other.
3 different guys, 3 different baits, all 3 interceptions. all on the same quarterback.
And then,
And then
yeah, go ahead.
he allows himself to get in harm's way and let a guy named Machine get a free shot at you. That's a smart idea, but he's throwing to them anyway. Why not let him beat him up too? Second down, Melvin throws at Luke in the middle, tipped and almost picked by Artie, incomplete. Now, what do we always say when you have an opportunity to make a pick and you don't get it? What usually happens?
The offense capitalized on the next play.
Okay, third down after getting the first, Melvin throws deep to X, who has a step on Artie on the sideline. X with the great one-handed touchdown catch, ending the game 26 to Zion, which is nothing.
First of all, before I get into this atrocious game by heavy hitters, who was that catch on? Can you remind me, please, who that catch was on?
Artie.
I believe 4 or 5 touchdowns were scored on Artie in between the two games. So that means both quarterbacks in Ralph and in Melvin saw that Artie was a liability for his own defense. Artie is watching the quarterback too much and he's cheating and he's left isolated and these quarterbacks are attacking him.
Jesus Christmas.
So if now you have guys catching one-handed catches on you for a touchdown, that is not a good look when you're playing on their defense. Now, they had possession of the ball 5 times on offense.
Yep.
3 of those times they had possession, he threw 3 of those were picks.
Yeah.
Then the other 2 were stops. You know, not a good look. And all 3 picks was them baiting him and snatching the ball for the interception.
Correct.
So he made the same mistake 3 times in this game. Not a good look, and that shows that you cannot do the same strategy in the last game, this game. This is a much better defense, and they showed you that. So this is why you got to make sure that you do not get baited on these passes. First of all, Noel does not have the strongest arm, so he's not going to get through the defense with his arm alone. They're going to wait, and they're going to sit and wait and get those interceptions if he's not throwing the ball carefully. That, between that and Artie struggling on defense, was a formula for disaster, and it showed in the 26-0 loss for them.
Well, before I talk about Brotherhood, Artie,
Yes.
he had 2 interceptions today in both games. In 2 games come out, he had 2 interceptions. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah.
Guy gave up 5 touchdowns in 2 games. I don't like those numbers. The 2 picks you got, you gave up 5 touchdowns. And the 2 picks you got was against a team that's 0-3.
Yes.
You know? But this guy's bad. I mean, he shows the ability to make some plays because he had 2 interceptions. But he's bad. He gets baited. He can't read the field, doesn't know where he's at, and makes mistakes, and these teams attack. You can't come to this division and not think teams going to pick on you, make mistakes, because Brotherhood did it all day,
Yes.
and Unit did it. Mm-hmm. He made the Unit pay, but no disrespect to Ralph, he's not Melvin.
No.
Melvin is way better than Ralph. Mm-hmm. They used to play on the same team in the Unit, but Melvin's better than him. We're going to call it what it is. Heavy hitters go to 1 and 2. They need to figure out something because unless you have a lockdown defense that's going to stop everybody, you can't afford Noel to get into a shootout. He lost the last game 13-12.
Yeah. Well, he won the last.
He won 13-12.
Yeah.
I believe he got shut out the first game of the season to primetime. He couldn't score. He played this game versus Brotherhood, couldn't score. This offense is terrible. They scored 13 points against an 0-3 Unit team. I'm not giving them no points for that. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, they got to figure out what they got to do. Now, I think Noel is a decent quarterback. Mm-hmm. But until he figures out their style and what they're going to do, this team is in trouble in this division. And they fall to the bottom of the pack at 1 and 2. Brotherhood right now moves to 3-0. And they're the best team in this division. Melvin's looking great. We watched this guy in the summer win the championship. This guy's good.
Yeah.
And their defense, you already said it. They have a great defense.
Yes.
They got guys, Machine, we seen him baiting people all season.
And I didn't even mention TP, who also had an interception.
Once he keeps his anger in check.
Yes.
And stops arguing with officials, this guy's dangerous. We seen
Yes.
Fish get a pick. We didn't even talk about Mills.
Yeah.
That's another weapon. We didn't even talk about Zeke. That's another weapon.
Yeah.
This defense and when I look at it, this Brotherhood have the best defense in the B division. I mean, in the C division. I gotta say it. They have the best talented defense in the C division, and they're gonna make teams pay coming to the rest of the season. We're gonna wrap this game up. Brotherhood with the blowout win, 26-0. All right, we're gonna go over the scores real quick. You already saw the scores in the B division if you watched the show. So we did all the games. So we're gonna go over to the scores. I mean the C division. If you watch the games, that's the one we did on the show. We're gonna give you some B and C2 division scores. We're gonna give you some of the records. We're gonna give you some insight, and we're gonna wrap the show up. You're gonna have the Shockers over the Gravediggers, 24-9. Blackout beating Young and Reckless in a very close game, 22-21. Mace had 3 touchdowns, I believe, and that is a new weapon that's added to this Blackout team. Everybody in that division is in trouble. YGs beat Newbury 18-14 to get their first win of the season. Newbury's still searching for that first win. Rockstars beat Primetime 32-26. Dropping Primetime to 0-3, and Rockstars, after I talked about them, they have won 2 in a row. You said that they needed to start off, they needed a fresh start. The first week didn't count. I was against them. They have shut me up.
Yeah.
Ghost is heating up my words in there if I can have that with a little hot sauce and ketchup, because this team is definitely making me eat my words. That's the B division. C2 division, Primetime with a big win over the Bullies, 40-21. Quick was on fire. Badgers beat HGH 12-0. And that's an interesting game. I'm gonna tell you why. Right quick, I'm gonna tell you this one. Power Circle beat Wolfpack 21-20. Now, before I get to the last 2 games, the interesting thing about that is when we saw that Mr. was supposed to play a Wolfpack, they didn't let him play. He played with HGH, he threw. And they lost the game. I said it's a quarterback controversy. Well, Mr. decides to go and play for Wolfpack, where he's the starting quarterback. And he put up 20 points. They lost 21-20. And Crazy, the guy that says he's the starter, the guy that says he's the man to go to, got blanked 12-0. I said that Crazy was going to be benched. Butter must know more than me, because he let Mr. leave to go to Wolfpack. And now he's stuck with Crazy. All we seen Crazy doing in C2 division was argue with Cornbread. And they're stuck with him.
Yeah.
Good luck. I like Crazy. He's a personally good friend of mine. But right now, he's playing terrible. Now, Little Rascals beat the Chiefs 35-26. That's interesting because I said Little Rascals is the best offensive team in the league, but they gave up 26 points to a Chiefs team that is 0-2.
Yeah.
That's a concern. OTF beat the Chiefs, so Chiefs lost back-to-back games. 12-6, OTF with the win. We're gonna give you the records real quick. Shockers 3-0, Blackout 3-0, Rockstars 2-1, Young and Reckless 1-1-1, YGs 1-2, Newbury 0-2-1, Primetime 0-3, Gravediggers 0-1-2, and that's the B division. Real quick, as you look at that, I think Primetime needs to sit down Mach, and Rudy needs to be thrown. Mach is not the answer. I spoke to Tiki. Tiki has told me that Mach is his guy, that is his starter. I think that's a bad idea. I'd rather put Mach at receiver. Right now, the lower you fall, you either gonna play Blackout or the Shockers in the first round.
But then you're not a proper person to critique him, because you wouldn't even have Mach start over Rudy in the first place. Think about it. Okay. I'm sure that's your mindset right there. Like, you're saying, oh, Rudy should start. You should bench Mach for Rudy or whatever. But you're biased to the fact that you already believe that Rudy's better than him anyway.
I do.
So out the gate, you would have had Mach start. So that's why right out the gate, Tiki's not gonna agree with you. His guy is Mach.
Let me go to the last game. Gravediggers are 0-1-2.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I was gonna say.
First of all, Mach is not a leader. He's showing the inability to lead. When he had this Predators team together, they had Meek and Pret, who left Primetime to go play with them. Where is Meek and Pret now? Playing back with Primetime. And where's Mach? Playing with Primetime. Where's the Predators? Exactly. Now you can say guys are injured, you can say guys, at the end of the day, I was told by certain players on their team that Mach is not a good leader. And guys are not drawn to play with him. I think Rudy's a better guy. I think Rudy should be the starter. Now
I
we'll
don't
see,
agree. Listen.
like, we'll see what happens. Now
They both have leader issues, though.
now on the Gravediggers thing, the Gravediggers are 0-1 and 2, and this has been Chino was thrown out of a game. Chino's inability to make plays is his Achilles heel. The guy has one of the best arms I've ever seen, but the issue is he makes crazy decisions. He's quick to blame other people, and he needs to use that talent and stop wasting it, because he should have been in the B division a long time ago, and he's too talented to be going through this. Now, before I give you the records in the C division, we have a big game coming up this week. Blackout versus Shockers for the #1 seed. Y'all guys better come out and watch that game, because we missed the Young and Reckless Blackout game, which was a potential matchup, but YG's was on Young and Reckless was only 1-1.
Yeah.
So there was 1-0, and then they got lost. But now Shockers are 3-0. So I definitely be a game you need to see. We're gonna jump in the B division. Brotherhood 3-0, Primetime 2-0, Raiders 2-0, YG's 2-1, East New York 2-1, Gravediggers 1-1, Suicide Squad 1-2, Heavy Hitters 1-2, Sour Baby 0-1, Chiefs 0-3, Unit 0-3. I think Brotherhood is the best defense in the league. Right there. I think the top offense in the league that I like is East New York. I think that Prime, when he's in his zone, can make a lot of plays, and they got a lot of youth there. What do you think? Real quick,
I think that one
whatever.
thing about Prime is he is one person that knows how to score a quarterback. Every time I see him play, at least during the regular season, he's able to put up points in bunches. So this man showed that in the last game that they played this week. So he's a guy that is always going to have one of the best offenses, because him and the guys around him, they know how to score.
We're going to jump into the C2 division. Little Rascals 3-0, Primetime 3-0, Power Circle 3-0, OTF 3-1, Badgers 1-2, Chiefs 0-2, Wolfpack 0-2, Haters Gonna Hate 0-2, and Bullies 0-2. Little Rascals is the best team in this league, in the C2 division. They're the best team, but them giving up 26 points to the Chiefs concerns me, because they're 0-2. This is a young team. And I think once you get past that youth, you can beat this team. Now, I think the big key in this is Primetime is 3-0 and Quick is putting up points.
Yes.
Can he be consistent with it? I don't know. Tiki was originally supposed to be the starter in this division, but we see Quick throwing, and Quick is looking like the guy who can make things happen. And I think Power Circle is a surprising 3-0. Nobody in the world would have expected them to be 3-0, and they are.
I mean, they find a way to make it happen. They find a way to make it work. And regardless of how unorthodox it is, no matter how unbelievable it is, you got to believe the stats, and you believe the way that they're able to put up points and survive in their games. And they're playing like they're ready to win. And that's why they're 3-0 right now. You got to give them credit. They're playing very well.
All right, we're going to wrap this one up. We're going to go with our players of the week. My player of the week, My player of the week is Prime from East New York.
Yes.
He scored 5 touchdowns in his 32-26 win over Chiefs. I think Prime is one of the best quarterbacks in that division. I think Melvin is the best quarterback in that division, but I think he's right behind him as the second best quarterback in that C division.
And to jump to my pick of the week for player of the week, my guy is Mo of Heavy Hitters.
Yep.
When I say their win against the unit, it was all Mo. Every point scored was Mo. Touchdown, second half, Mo. Touchdown, second half, Mo. And an extra point afterwards to equal 13 points. So that whole second half, Mo's switch was on, and he is one of the main reasons, if not the reason, why Heavy Hitters came away with that win against.
And the funny thing I'm gonna jump into before we wrap it up is Brotherhood shut them down, their game.
Yes.
And Heavy Hitters didn't score.
Exactly.
So I guess, that's why he's very necessary. right, we're gonna wrap this up. Hopefully we got to everything. Hopefully y'all like the way the season's going. Sorry it's a little long. We're trying to cover everything, give everybody a little speaking and talk. If you want more talk about you, you gotta be one of the top teams. If you want more talk about you than that, you gotta be one of the bad teams. I'm definitely gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But like I said, we got some big games coming up, especially the other big game I can't wait to do is the prime time versus East New York. That's always a good game. And finally, they're not playing early in the morning, so everybody should be here.
Yeah.
And that's the game we can't wait to see. Other than that, there's a lot of other good games in the middle. Make sure y'all come out and check it out. Shout out to BQFL. Definitely another good week. We're going to wrap this one up. So on behalf of Real Tough Talk, I'm Stephen J, my partner Ghost. And we're going to see y'all guys next week on another episode of Real Tough Talk. That was cool, right?
No.
No. I knew he was going to say that. All right, we see y'all. We out of here.